WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Good morning, everyone. It's Professor Schwartz at the start of week 2 in the course, talking to all the world from right here in the WSTKS-FM Worldwide studios, with the usual mug of coffee and my feline buddy Onyx the cat hanging out beneath the desk lamp to my right. Today, let's look at 4 questions to ponder in week 2 if you have trouble creating your first of 10 reflections on and self-assessments of your learning in the course. Here we go. Okay, it's week 2 and you have carried out your initial independent viewing and reading of the materials suggested in the related online course module on D2L. And now you've got to create your first reflection on and self-assessment of your learning for the week. So how do you do that? Well, there are already a number of questions in Course Module 2 to help you organize and present your thoughts in the form of either a traditional essay, a blog post, an unboxing video, or through brief podcast audio. But if you've looked over those questions and you're still having trouble beginning the creative process, consider this single starter question to warm up the old gray matter. It's this: what specifically did you learn from the film, novel, or play viewed or read, along with the related supporting scholarly article you also read? Your next question to consider in the development of your first reflection on and self-assessment of your learning for week 2 actually consists of 2 related questions. So what? Why or how is what you have learned important? Put another way, what specific new, interesting, or surprising knowledge have you acquired as a result of viewing or reading your first film, novel, or play in the course and applying some of the information gleaned from the initial article you have chosen to examine in support? What deeper insights into the film, novel, or play does your chosen article enable, in other words? Or, if you like, what related thoughts and ideas does your examination of these materials spark? What light bulbs click on for you? The third question to answer as you develop your first reflection on and self-assessment of your learning for week 2 of the course might be a little more difficult, but give it the old college try nonetheless. The question is this: what connections do you note between your new realization, knowledge, or meaning and life in the so-called real world of the 21st century? Consider relevance here of course materials, which are works of fiction after all, to the world in which we actually live. In other words, how might you connect what you have seen or read and thought deeply about to real life, society, and related social issues off campus? What do you think? And here's a little hint: I don't know ain't the right answer. WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. If you find this podcast helpful, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. Finally, here's the last question to ponder, 2 really, that will help you jumpstart the thinking necessary behind development of your first reflection on and self-assessment of your learning in the course for week 2. Here's the question: what do you do now with your new knowledge, realization, or meaning that you have created? Where do you go from here? In other words, how will your discussion of your learning for the week, the thinking about course materials you describe in detail, inform your further exploration of upcoming material as you move through the rest of the course? Describe here the red thread or path that seems to emerge and which will guide you through your continuing exploration of the films, novels, or plays that make up this particular IAH course. With all that said, it's important to remember that vague rambling is not helpful when it comes to articulating your thoughts in response to the 4 questions discussed above. These weekly reflections on and self-assessments of your learning are not intended as stream of consciousness riffs on whatever happens to drift through your mind for a fleeting moment. Rather, these 10 assignments should be thoughtful, focused, and well-developed presentations of your thinking around your activities in the course for any given week. Whatever form your finished reflections might take, and again, these are either a traditional essay, a blog post, an unboxing video, or perhaps podcast audio, be sure that clarity and concision are features of that reflection. You want to be specific with your language, in other words. Besides, a general lack of focus in your work makes it seem like you have not adequately prepared for the task at hand, and you want to avoid that. Okay, we're almost finished for today, everyone. Here's a quick recap of the 4 questions to ponder if you have trouble starting your first reflection on and self-assessment of your learning for week 2 in the course. 1. What specifically did you learn from the course materials for week 2? 2. Why or how is what you have learned important? 3. What connections do you note between your new knowledge about the course material you have examined and life in the so-called real world of the 21st century? And 4. Where do you go from here with that same knowledge? Use these questions to jumpstart your thinking and develop a thoughtful, interesting reflection on and self-assessment of your learning for week 2. Tune in again to WSTKS-FM Worldwide for additional tips, tricks, and advice based on my almost 30 years of teaching and working with thousands of undergraduates at 3 Big Ten universities, 2 liberal arts schools, and 2 community colleges across the upper Midwest of the United States. In the meantime, thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in class, online, and during Zoom office hours if you drop by with a question. Stay healthy, have a safe and a productive week. With special regards from Onyx, the cat what am. So long, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.
You've just heard a podcast from WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.